Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dream and I make videos on everything that has to do with momhood. So hauls, day in the life of, I do a lot of cleaning videos. So whatever has to do with mamahood, I make those videos. So this video I wanted to make, it's the tips that I have learned over my years of being a mama. I have an almost 2-year-old little girl named Brooklyn, and then I have a 15-year-old son named Dominic. So these are the tips that I have learned to be the most productive mom that I can be. So I'm gonna share those with you guys. First, let me say that I do work a full-time job. I am not a stay-at-home mom. And I have to do whatever I can to be productive to get through my mornings, my nights, just my day period. So I wanted to share some of those tips with you guys. The first one is plan, plan, plan. Do you guys remember that old saying, failure to plan is failure to succeed? I think it goes something like that. But I wholeheartedly believe that. Because if you do not plan out your mornings and plan out your days, you are not going to get through them. This means the night before, no, I don't feel like doing it, but I have to do it so that my mornings go smoothly. Pre-making my kids' lunches, setting out my children's clothing, sitting out my clothing so that I can, in the morning, grab things and go. I have a toddler, like I said. My toddler throws tantrums. So the more that I have prep and done the night before, the better my mornings go. Because if she does throw a tantrum, I know that lunches are ready. If it's her day that she has to bring her blanket and stuff to school, that's set out. My clothes are ready. Those things are ready to go, so I don't have to think about them. So plan, plan, plan. Plan everything that you can plan as a mama so that plan and prep so that your mornings and your nights go as smooth as possible. The next tip is to delegate responsibilities. And like I said, I have a teenager, so that means even delegating some responsibilities to him. Like he is responsible for these things. Delegating responsibilities maybe to your husband. Delegating responsibilities even to your toddler. And I say this because I have been a teacher for many years. And I believe any new skill you're going to teach your kids in the beginning is going to be rough. It's going to drive you crazy. The beginning of every school year, I kind of wanted to pull out my hair because I had to teach the kids everything. How to manage in my classroom, how to follow my rules, just how to do everything. But as time goes along, if you work hard in the beginning, it'll make life much, much easier. For example, my toddler, she has to clean up her toy area before she goes to bed. Yes, it's a pain in the you know what to have your toddler clean up, but once they learn this skill and they're better at it, it will make your life a whole lot easier. So anything that your children can do, whether they be a teenager, adolescent, or toddler, delegate responsibilities to them so that's less things that you have on your plate. The next one is have a place for everything. And this kind of goes along with delegating responsibilities. For me to be productive and to have other people do things for me, everything has to be in tip-top shape. So you can't have your house where things don't have a place because nobody's gonna know how to help you, where to put stuff, and it's just gonna be, let's tell it like it is, a hot mess. So have a place for everything in your house. Everything in your kids' room, everything in your room. I'm not saying these places have to be perfectly clean, but just know, it's just good to know that everything has a place to go into. So that when my son's putting away things or he's helping me do a chore, he knows the place that it goes and where to find things. The next tip is learn to say no. And this can be really hard as a mama, but to be productive, you can't do everything. It just isn't gonna work. So saying no to some of those birthday parties, saying no that your kid's doing 55 activities. Sometimes you're just gonna have to say no and it'll make your life a whole lot easier. So learn to say no. You can't do everything. Your kid can't go to every person's birthday party in their class. There's 23 kids. It's just not gonna happen. You have to have some time for your family. So learn to say, no. And the last one, to be the most productive parent that you can be, mama, daddy, whatever, you have to have some me time. And I know there's controversy around moms going out with friends or taking too many date nights or anything like that. People always have something to say about everything. But me and my husband go by this rule. We are the foundation of our family. And if we are not okay and we're not stable, then our branches, which are our children, will not be stable as well. So that means maybe sometime having a date night with your husband, or taking the time to do a girls' night with your friends, or doing your favorite hobby or activity. My husband likes to play baseball, so he is a part of an adult league, so he goes and plays baseball. Mama having some time to go to Target by yourself and to go shopping. Don't feel bad about it. My son is 15. Your kid is not going to remember, oh my gosh, once a month my parent went out on a date and I feel so neglected. They're not going to remember that, and they're not going to care. But having some time that you and your spouse alone and doing things together and with friends is much needed. So taking that me time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope my little tips helped you. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.